storm. Hey there. I've yet to come up with a new opening. By the way, if you hear any like weird noises like purring, it's because there is a very fat cat just circling my legs, trying to topple me over. I'm pretty sure she wants to eat me, but it's yet to be decided. You know in elementary school when you're always asked to like write an essay about your pet peeves, like, hey, children, what grinds your gears? And the teacher is always like, I hate it when kids talk without raising their hands. And then the rest of the class is like, I don't know. I'm not old enough to form an opinion on what truly bothers me. This video was originally going to be like things you shouldn't say to an author, and I'll eventually make that video. But then I started planning it out and I realized how much one of the things bothered me, and that thing is not giving constructive criticism when people ask for it. So as I've mentioned on my channel before, my current project is re-editing so I can re-release the second edition of my debut novel, Shadows of the Willow Tree. And the reason I'm doing that is because I originally released it at 15 and I didn't do any editors, beta readers, critique partners. I did nothing, like at all. I went, hey, I finished the book, I passed through it a few times, and then I sent it out. So then I remembered, nowadays, that I have a older author friend. We know her through like family friends and stuff like that. And she sent my book out to her beta readers. And the feedback I got was, wow, this is really impressive. You did great. I really love your story, so original. And to me that was like, oh my god, they liked it. They really liked it. But one thing stood out to me. They didn't say anything negative. There was not one like, oh, you could have used this a little more. Oh, did you notice you did a lot of passive voice? Or, oh, you have white rune syndrome. There was nothing at all. At the time, I wouldn't know what those things meant, but I knew that, okay, I should have heard some sort of negative feedback. For the 2 years from when my book was originally released and as it went forward, I heard so much praise. And no, I'm not tooting my own horn here. I'm not being like, oh, yeah, I'm an amazing author. I have no flaws. I do have so many flaws. And the fact that I heard nothing bad in response wasn't good. I knew in my heart that there's something wrong with my writing. Like, I knew, okay, this isn't the best. Like, this isn't good. Like, it's fine for a 14-year-old or 15-year-old or whatever. And that was the problem. Everyone was saying it was great because to them it was great for a early teenager, preteen to create. That rhymed. But it's not what I wanted. I didn't want to have a pat on the shoulder and people go, nice job, honey, you're really talented for a 15-year-old. I didn't want that. I wanted to be an author. I want to be an author. I want to be viewed great on the same playing field as other authors. I don't want people to go, oh, because she's a kid, we're going to be nice to her. No, I want you to tear me apart. I want you to tell me what's wrong. And so for 2 years, I didn't change anything. I continued to put so much effort into marketing a product that I knew wasn't the best I could do, and it wasn't good. But everyone kept saying, no, it's fine. That's just your inner whatever. It's fine. It's great. You're a great author. And so I didn't fix it. I didn't even look back at it. I couldn't read my own book. I didn't read my own book for 2 years because every time I opened up the book, I saw a flaw. And people were like, no, it's fine. And I know that everyone said that out of a place of love because they care for me and they don't want to hurt my feelings. But I was still hurting because I knew they were, I struggle to say lying or hesitate to say lying, but they were lying. We both knew that the book wasn't great. And I started picking up on patterns that people would say. They'd say the same thing over and over, and all these different people. And when I confront people about it, I'm like, please just tell me the truth. I can take it. I know there's something wrong. Just please tell me. And they wouldn't. And it made me start to think that I was going insane. I wanted people to give honest feedback, and there were a few that did. There was this one girl, I'm not going to say her name because, you know, I want her to have privacy, but she went through my book. We weren't really friends, but she did it anyways. And she marked it up a bunch, and she said, okay, this is at a 4th grade reading level. Here are all your flaws, and here are some things that you can work to improve, and here's some good things. You know what I did? I flipped out, and I got mad at her. Which was bad response. It was so bad. I asked her to do the thing, and then as soon as she did it, I flipped out. Okay, I didn't like scream at her or anything. I just went, and then went to other people and was like, this person said my book was bad, and people were like, your book's great, honey. It's fantastic. But as time passed, I realized that the girl was right. And there was other people. One person read my book and was like, okay, I really like Derek, who's my male main character, but I feel like I can't connect to him in certain scenes. And I was like, oh, and that actually helped me. I got to work off of that, and from what I've heard from betas nowadays, Derek is very relatable, and I love Derek. He's so great. Now that I've decided to go back and go through my book, I learned that people's compliments, people have admitted to me that they were lying. That they said all those great things because they didn't want to hurt me. But the problem was that it happened anyways. I want to make it clear that this video is not about like, hey, I hate all of you people. How dare you tell me nice things? No, I love all of you, and I totally appreciate the fact that you are trying to help. So now I'm going to say a more constructive way that you can give feedback that won't hurt people, but will still, and will help them. So for readers, when someone asks you to read their book and give some feedback, you can still be nice. Please be nice. No one wants their work torn apart in front of them, and no one wants to be told they're horrible unless they're some sort of masochist. But we're ignoring that bit. There's the sandwich method, which we talked about in my theater class. It's where, and my dad calls it the Oreo method. I was explaining it to him, where you have a good thing, a bad thing, and then a good thing again. Now, my dad had a disagreement on whether or not it should be called the Oreo method, because in my opinion, the best part of the Oreo is the center. So it's like the reversed Oreo, where you do like some cream, a cookie, and some more cream, but that would get really messy to eat. Have you guys ever done the thing where you like take apart a bunch of Oreos and you stack them together so you have like this much cream and then like 2 little cookies? I love doing that. I look like a cartoon character when you like bite into it and you're like, ah. How do you guys eat your Oreos? I love Oreos. They're so yummy. Anyways, it's all about a balance of good and bad, and you have to make sure you include the bad. For example, I really liked Leroy and his struggle between his being a mouse and him being a butterfly, but I wasn't so sure about his decision to go get the magical sword of butterflies. There wasn't enough like drive in his actions, but I really loved the sequence where he finally gets to the sword and there's all that light. That was super cool, and I loved your description there. See, that wasn't that hard. You just do the reverse Oreo. And then for writers, for the people asking to be critiqued, tell people that you do want honest feedback. And if they listen to the earlier parts of this video, they will get honest feedback. Give honest feedback. But if you want someone to say how amazing you are and that you're the best writer to ever be born and you are the next as my dad put it, the next Hemingway. I really like Hemingway's works. Tell them that. Be like, hi, can you read my story and tell me how amazing I am and that I am the next insert famous writer here? This is going to end up being a pretty long video. And I guess it's more serious than my other ones. I didn't script this video. I had less of an outline to work off of because I have a lot of thoughts on this. So if it's a little confusing, then I apologize. And if you have any questions about how to be a better reader for someone, feel free to ask. Also, I'll put down some links in the description on videos about being beta readers. So if you liked what you heard today with me, hit the subscribe button, ring the bell, do all that fun stuff. I'm not sure what side it's on. Is it on? No, it's on this side, right? I don't know. Thanks for watching and have fun writing. This video